everybody from here and outside New York, whether it's family and friends from Florida, California, Toronto, and Baltimore. It's an opportunity to get together, and Be'ezat Hashem, we wish to continue on, Be'ezat Hashem, for many more. Tonight's class is donated by Mr. Mark and Paula Entar in memory of Ezra ben Esther. So too, the class is donated by Dan Yekuel as thank you to Hashem and his wife, Mrs. Laura. Also, the class is donated Latzlahat, Ariel and Dana for their Ariel and Dana Yudai for their Zikuy Rabim, and also for Mrs. Hadassah Admoni for her also Zikuy Rabim that they do to spread this class around the community. May them should have bracha atzlaha b'chol ma'aseh yedehem. Today we will discuss about the Nevi'ah Hannah Nevi'ah. Hannah Nevi'ah, as we learned, that she was barren for 19 years. And she got the baby Shmuel when she was 19 and a half years after. And at that time she was 130 years old. We find another mother that she got a son, a very unique, a very special son, at the age of 130. It was Yocheved, the mother of Moshe Rabbeinu. The Navi tells us, Hannah, she came to Mishkan Shiloh and she prayed to Hashem to give her a child. And she made a promise to Hashem, if you'll give me a child, I will make sure to raise him b'derech Hashem. I don't want a child, so I should carry a baby and be happy that I have a stroller going to the park with a baby. That's not why I want. But I want a baby. I want a son that he should raise the way you want. And she made a promise. Not only that I will make sure that this son, he will be a ben Torah, but also he will be also Nazir. Nazir is a person that doesn't drink wine. It's a person that doesn't take a haircut, and it doesn't go to funeral/cemetery. As she was praying and she was crying, everything was done silent. She prayed silent, quiet. And there was the leader, Eli Kohen. And Eli Kohen sees her whispering and praying quietly. Eli turned his face to her and he told her, Ad matai tishtakerin, hasiri et yenech me'alaych. Are you drunk? How can you pray? Because it wasn't a common prayer that people prayed quiet. And she answered to him, Lo Adoni, no my master, I'm not drunk. Rather, Isha keshat ruach anochi, va'eshpoch et nafshi lifnei Adonai. I came here to pray to Hashem. I'm in a very bitter place, broken heart. And when Eli heard her story, he gave a beracha, he gave her a blessing. Vaya'an Eli vayomar, and Eli told her, Lechi leshalom, go in peace. Ve'elohei Israel iten et shelatech, and may Hashem fulfill all your wishes. Asher sha'alt me'emo. As she got the beracha from Eli, it says, ותלך האישה לדרכה, ותאכל, ופניה לא היו לה עוד. She got the beracha. She had the faith. She felt special. She felt great. She felt good. She went. She had her meal. And she went back home to the Ramata. It says, Vayizkareh Hashem. Hashem remembered Hannah. And 19 years after, He gave her a child. ויהי לתקופת הימים ותער חנה ותלד בן ותקרא את שמו שמואל. A mother, 19 years she was barren, she had no child. How many tears she had. How many prayers she prayed to Hashem. Please, Ribono Shel Olam, I want to have a child. And finally, 19 and a half years after, she was fortunate to hold a baby. And she named him Shemuel, ki me'Hashem she'iltiv. Elkanah goes back to Mishkan Shiloh. As usual, he goes, holidays, he goes to Mishkan Shiloh. He tells his wife Hannah, are you coming? She tells him, no. I will wait until my son Shmuel is going to stop nursing. 2 years after, it says, "Vata'alehu imma ka'asher gemalatu." After she nursed him, and Shmuel was 2 years old, she went to Mishkan Shiloh with her husband Elkanah, and with her little son Shmuel. You can imagine the simha, the happiness, what she felt as she walked to Mishkan Shiloh. How many years she walked to Mishkan Shiloh alone? How many years she walked with no child? How many years she went to Mishkan Shiloh seeing thousands of people with children and she had nothing? And Baruch Hashem, finally, I had my little son, the one that I prayed so much, the one who, how many tears I had for him, the one that I'm going to bring him back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu today. V'teviehu bet Hashem Shiloh. As she promised to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, this son is not for me. I want a son, I want to raise a son for you. So 2 years after she comes back to Mishkan Shiloh, with korbanot, she's going to bring a sacrifice to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And it says over here, בפסוק כ"ה, וישחטו את הפר ויביאו את הנער אל עלי. They slaughter the cow and they brought the kid to Eli Kohen. The Gemara in Masechet Berachot has a question. What's the connection between they slaughter the korban and they brought the kid to Eli? What's the connection? And the Gemara says that there was only 2 Kohanim in Mishkan Shiloh, Hofni and Pinehas. Eli had 2 children, Hofni and Pinehas, they were Kohanim. And there were a lot of people in the Mishkan. And people are waiting online to bring their korbanot so the Kohanim could slaughter the korban. And here comes Elkanah and Hannah and this little kid, Shmuel. And they're looking for the Kohanim. Where is the Kohanim? 2 Kohanim, they're running the entire Mishkan Shiloh. So, where is the Kohanim? They look, where is the Kohanim? And they wait and they wait. Here comes this little kid Shmuel, and he said, what do you have to wait for Kohen? The halacha is that even if you're Israel, even if you're not Kohen, you can also slaughter korban. To bring korban, to slaughter korban, you don't have to be Kohen. For you to do the rest of the melachot, meaning to take the blood, to sprinkle on the mizbeach, to bring the korban, to take the actual meat and bring it as a korban to the mizbeach and have the fire burn it, that's the Kohanim's job. But to slaughter an animal, you don't have to have, you don't have to have a kohanim. This little kid says halacha in Mishkan Shiloh. Whoa. They hear that there is a rumors that yesh halacha, a little kid just mentioned halacha. The Gemara says, הגמרא אומרת, הייתוהו לקמא דעלי. They brought this little kid to Ali. And Ali asked Shmuel, did you say the halacha that also Israel is mutar b'shchita? That also, if you're Israel, you could bring korban, you don't have to, you could slaughter the korban, you don't have to be kohen? Amar lo, yes. Amar lo, minalach. How do you know this halacha? And Shmuel brought a pasuk from Chumash Vayikra. It says, it says, Veshahat, Veikrivu HaKohanim. Meaning, Veshahat, period. Everybody could slaughter the korban. The rest, who has to bring the korban, who has to bring the blood, that's the Kohanim. So a little kid, 2 years old, tells Ali the halacha that in order for a person to slaughter the korban, you don't have to be Kohen. You can be also Israel. You can be also Levi. Amar le memar shapir ka'amart. You said right. You said beautifully. This is the halakha. This is the law that everybody can slaughter a korban. However, you were posek halakha bifnei rabo. You came to Mishkan Shiloh. And in Mishkan Shiloh there is the Gedol Hador, the chief rabbi, the leader of Am Yisrael. And in Mishkan Shiloh you said halakha in front of your rabbi. The halakha is Kol hamoreh halakha bifnei rabo hayav mita. Anybody who says halakha in front of the rabbi, the halakha is hayav mita. And since you were moreh halakha, and since you said halakha in front of me, you deserve death. Hayav mita. Omeret Gemara. It says in the following pasuk, Vatomer, Hannah heard that Eliah Kohen gives a psak halacha. He said a rule. This little kid deserves death. Bi Adoni, Hen nafshecha Adoni, Ani האישה ניצבת עמך בזה להתפלל אל אדוני. אל הנער הזה התפללתי. Hannah hears that Eliah Kohen says that this little kid deserves death, hayav mita, because he said halacha in front of the rabbi. V'asur. Omeret Gemara, Atya Hannah. Hannah came, she ran to Eli. V'katzav hakameh. And she screamed in front of him, please Ali, don't kill him. Amar la Eli, don't worry. Let him get death. Sheyamut. And I will pray for you to have another son. But this one will be better than Shmuel. Once again, Eli gives her a promise. I will pray for you. Remember, 2.5 years ago, when you were here, I gave you beracha that you should have a child. And Baruch Hashem, look, the beracha took, the beracha was answered. And look, Baruch Hashem, you got pregnant, and here's your son. Let me kill him. Sheyamut. And I will give you beracha that you're going to have a better son than Shmuel. Omer Hanavi, Hannah said to him, no. Why? El hana'ar hazeh hitpalalti. Omer Me'arshav, what does it mean? El hana'ar hazeh hitpalalti. She told him, I don't want to have a different son. I want to have this one. I want to have Shmuel. I don't want to have a better one. Why? I'm giving you the biggest, the Gadol Ador, the future leader. Hannah, don't you want to have the future leader as your son? And she said, no. The question is why? Every mother wishes to have a great kids. Every mother wants to have a great kid. And here she's going to have the top kid, the top leader. Why don't you want to have? Omer Rabbeinu Marsha, why not? And he says, Shezeh Haviv li. This son is so dear to me. Why? Shenolad li al yedei tefilot. Because I earned this kid through prayers. I rather had a kid that I prayed and I had so many tears than having a kid from beracha of a rabbi. אני מעדיפה ילד שנולד מדמעות. I rather have a son. I rather have a kid. Oh, how many tears I had. I rather have ילד שנולד מדמעות ותפילות, ולא ילד שנולד מברכות. She wants Shmuel. She doesn't want to have a different son. Even though I could have a better son, even though I could have a greater son, even though I could have the next leader of Am Yisrael. No, I don't want to have a son who I earned from berachot. The rabbi gave me beracha, I got a son. No, I want a son. Oh, how many tears and prayers I had to cry. And fortunate I am that I'm having now this kid. Don't give me a different son. Please don't kill my son. That's what she tells Eli Cohen. My dear friends, our rabbis have a lot of questions on this Gemara. What does bother? Why was Eli so bothered that the little kid said halakha? Today, if a kid goes to the shul and he says Kriyat Shema next to the Hazan, he gets candies. He comes home, his mother gives him a hug. Sunday, you go to Teta, you go to the grandma, and she hugs him as well. And the next week, you write a note to his Rebbe in school. Do you know what happened to David? He was a great kid. He said Kriyat Shema in shul. Wow. You praise your children. You encourage your children. If any rabbi or any teacher has a great student, you're not going to bash him. You're not going to throw him out. The opposite. You're going to encourage him. Do better. Succeed. Here you got a kid who is genius. He's an unbelievable kid. This kid, 2 years old, he comes to Mishkan Shiloh and he knows the halachot of korbanot. Which guy 30, 40 years old in our generation knows the halachot? And here, 2 years old, the kid, he knows the halachot. Eli, what's wrong with you? Hacham, I'm sorry, but what's wrong? Take this kid and tell him, Shmuel, wow, you're an amazing kid. Let me hug you. Let me give you a kiss. Let me take you on a trip. Let me give you a prize. Let me take you. You know what? Ask me whatever you want and I'll give you. Come, I'll teach you more halachot. I'll make you a greater kid. I'll take you to the best school. You'll be in the honest track. You'll become top kid. Which mother, which parent, or which rabbi, if you see a student, if you see a top student in class, you're not going to bash him. You're not going to kill him. So Eli, what's wrong over here? Why was Eli so against? And he wanted to kill, this little kid Shmuel. It should be the opposite. It should hug him. He should encourage him. How in the world? The Gemara tells us that Eli wanted to kill him. So here's a question on Eli. And let me go a minute to the mother. Hannah, let me ask you a question. You hear Eli says that this kid deserves mitah. Why? Because the halakha says, anyone who says the halakha in front of the rabbi, Hashem Yishmo, this is the halakha, hayav mitah. So hold on. If person is hayav mitah, who gives him the death? It's not bedin. No rabbi can touch him. That's mitah bidei shamayim. If anybody was over and any halakha, the mitah is bidei shamayim. No bedin in the world can even touch you. As a matter of fact, Nadav va'Avihu, they died because they were moreh halakha in front of Moshe Rabbeinu. Haya asur lahem. And they were moreh halakha b'fnei Rabbo. So if you deserve a death, it's not up to Eli and not up to any rabbinical court. If there is any issue, it's a Kadosh Baruch Hu. So you know what? Just go again to the Hechal and pray to Hashem Ribono Shel Olam. My little kid, he just to say, he said halakha. Please forgive him. Under bar mitzvah. How can you kill him, Bichlal? Instead, she has discussion back and forth with Ali. Hannah, what are you talking to Ali, Bichlal? He's not the issue. Speak to Hashem. So we have two questions. One on Ali. Why was Ali so against? And second, we have a question on Hannah. Why do you have a whole discussion with Ali? Just pray to Hashem. It was a mistake. This kid is underage. What's the problem here? Why do we see this whole discussion between back and forth Hannah and Ali? What's behind this whole pesukim? What's behind this Gemara? I want to share something, an amazing mahalach, that it's brought down in the Sefer Ma'adanei Shmuel. There's a book, Ma'adanei Shmuel, on the Haftarot. And he brings this pshat on Haftarah of Parashat Korach. My friends, please pay attention. You got to focus. Take notes. You got to focus now. It's not that easy. It's a little deep. Focus, because we're going to go and we're going to learn and a sugiyah, a tremendous sugiyah. And boy, when we learn Navi is something so special. Unfortunately, in schools, either they don't teach Navi, or even if they do teach Navi, the kids, they don't connect so much with the Navi. And it's so sad, because the Navi has the biggest stories and musar, and the depth is just it's endless. And that's why, that's the purpose of this Monday night, that Baruch Hashem, we gave for many years classes on Navi, and Baruch Hashem, we're back again, second round, to get this taste of Nevi'im, to see the beauty of the Nevi'im, the depth, the omek, how every piece is tremendous. And for me, it's a personal, when I learn Navi, the Navi takes me so far that I don't have any questions whatsoever, neither in my life or when I see stories behind or around me. And the simple answer is, when you read Tanakh, when you learn Tanakh in a very deep way, and you learn the pieces of the whole Tanakh, and you see how everything is connected, you be sure that your life, every piece of your life is connected to so many pieces. You're a piece of the big puzzle of the world. The world has a big puzzle going back 5,780 years. Who has questions? How can you have questions? And this class that we're going to learn today, it just gives a hizuk. It gives strength. It gives us emunah. It gives us such a chizuk that whatever happens to me in my life, on a personal level, I don't have no questions. You know why? Let's go on a ride. Let me take you on a ride. Let's go on a hike. We're going to see something beautiful. We're going to see what a view. We're going to see the beauty of the Tanakh. And let me take you to Korah. The Torah tells us in Parashat Korah, Korah was a very, very smart man. If you don't know, Midrash Rabbah brings down that Korah was Aaron HaKohen's Havruta. Korah was Aaron HaKohen's Havruta. He was Levi. He was a great man. Very wise man. Waya Hacham. He had Ruach HaKodesh. Yet, he got up against the top leader, Ro'ene Eman, Moshe Rabbeinu. In the desert, he is there. Among him and 250 top Rashi Sanhedraot, the top Sanhedrin in the Midbar. They came and they stood against Moshe Rabbeinu and against Aaron HaKohen. And he says to Moshe, Ki chol ha'edah kulam kedoshim. Am Yisrael, we are all holy. Umadua titnasi'u al kahal Hashem. Why are you guys taking positions? What are arrogant. Moshe, you're the king. Your brother is Kohen. His kids, Kohanim, Sganei Kohuna. What is this family business over here? What is this? And everything is Hashem. And I wonder, Teruma, Aaron, your brother gets. Ata Levi, you take Ma'asorot. Afrashat Hala, again to your brother. Ma'aser Be'ema, to your brother. What is this? And everything he says, Akol Mishamayim, everything is from Hashem. I don't believe in you. We don't believe in you. You make up all stories, Moshe. And he got Am Yisrael. They stood up against Moshe Rabbeinu. Datan and Aviram, Ve'on ben Pelet, and everybody is there against Moshe Rabbeinu. And Moshe Rabbeinu was fighting to bring peace. And he says Lahem, Bnei Levi, Rav Lachem Bnei Levi. Leviim, you got such a big portion. Don't do that. And Korah stood up the entire night with late Sanut. He was making fun of Moshe Rabbeinu and Aaron, and he was able to get Am Yisrael against Moshe Rabbeinu. And the next morning, Moshe Rabbeinu tells Korah and his Edah, we're going to bring Ketoret, and we'll see the one who is going to peak. He's going to accept his Ketoret, and the rest going to die. And sure enough, 250 Rashi Sanhedraot, 250 top rabbis, who knew Shema Meforash. They were giant in Torah. They got killed. Be'esh. And a plague took place, and more than 14,000 people, boom, on the spot, died. But hold on. Korah ve'adato. The Adamah, the ground opened, and he got swallowed down to Gehinnom, straight. And the Gemara says to us in Masechet Baba Batra, every Rosh Chodesh, they flip him on the other side. Ve'u tzo'ek Moshe emet, ve'torato emet, ay vehen bada'in. Moshe is emet, Moshe is true. Ve'torato, his Torah, his mitzvot that he gave us, is emet. And we lied. V'anachnu shakranim shikarnu. This Korah brought a mahloket be'am Yisrael. He is the first one in the Midbar who stood up against Moshe Rabbeinu, and he was able to uproot his leadership, his masoret, the legacy from that we have from Moshe Rabbeinu down till today, Korach was there to uproot the entire Torah. Ve'oto Korach, Moshe Rabbeinu prayed that he shall die in a very uncommon way. Let the earth open itself. Ve'tiftach ha'adama et piha ve'tivla otam. Korach died, but the Torah gives us another powerful line. It's not easy to hear this line, but that's the Torah. התורה אומרת in Parashat Korach, how bad is the מחלוקת? Why? שהרי בית דין שלמטה אין עונשין. בית דין here, beit din, they don't punish a person only when you bar mitzvah. Under bar mitzvah, you don't give any kid, punishment. Beit din shelemala, the court up there in heaven, lo ma'anishim, only when you're 20 years old. But here by Korach, vekan avdu af yonkei shadayim, when the Adamah opened, do you know who got swallowed? Korach, his wife, all the families, even babies, tinokot yonkei shadayim, babies that were nursing from the mothers, also they died also. Mitam eshuna, that babies died. Where do we find that babies die? That's the outcome of mahloket. When there is mahloket, you're playing with fire. And Korach played with fire. He died among with babies. They didn't sin anything. You're right. But those babies came from you. Those babies came from parents who went against Moshe Rabbeinu. It's a virus. It's dangerous. Boom, they all died. Hashem wiped all of them. With this Hagdama, I want to go back. I want to go back to our Sefer. Hazal tell us how in the world Korah had the guts to get up against Moshe Rabbeinu. Who had these guts? But he saw in Ruach HaKodesh that someone from him down the generation, he will be somebody that he'll be shakul, equal to Moshe and Aharon. Well, if I have such a grandson that who shakul keneged Moshe and Aharon, guess me ani. I'm such a great person. Then why in the world Moshe is the leader? I should be the leader. I should be the Kohen, not Aharon. In parentheses, and Aharon did Heta Egel, I didn't. He had a ta'ana, he had a claim. My Havruta, Aharon, I saw, he did the Egel, Heta Egel, I didn't. Ani Chacham, and from me I'm going to have such a great kid. That's what his mistake was. Al kol panim. From Korah, years after, who came? Shmuel. Shmuel, who ba mikorah. Shmuel came from Korah. And look what happened. In Mishkan Shiloh, you see a little kid, 2 years old, very smart, genius, knows everything inside out. Inside the Mishkan Shiloh, a little kid gets up and he starts to give halachot. Whoa. Eli says, no, hold on. This kid is from Korah. If this kid comes from Korah, and at this age already, he says halachot, he's going against the halacha. Guess what? In a few years, what he's going to do will be terrible. If in a few years this kid, Yavi Mahloket, he's going to bring what his grandfather, Korach, did. We should not have any roots. Let me wipe this kid. I don't want to have any roots from Korach. We have to wipe it already when he's a little kid, like Ben Sorer Umore. Ben Sorer Umore is a kid before Bar Mitzvah. The halakha, the laws of Ben Sorer Umore, it's before Bar Mitzvah. And Ben Sorer Umore, you kill him. And here you have a kid that is under Bar Mitzvah. He's a little kid. And already at this age, he can do whatever he did now? That's dangerous. This is dangerous. He wants to kill him. Remember why he wants to kill him. Why he doesn't want to be mohel on his kavod. Why? This kid came from Korah. He has the same genes. If this kid has the same genes, we got to wipe it now. Look what happened by Moshe Rabbeinu. That was Eli's hashkafa. That was Eli's psak halacha. Ani lo mohel ala kavod sheli. And let him die. And here comes the mother, Hannah, and she says, pause. El hanahar hazeh hitpalalti. What does it mean? What does it mean, El hanahar hazeh hitpalalti? Wow, I want to share with you such a beautiful pshat that I saw. There is a book, it's called Alef Radim. The one who wrote it is Rabbi Reuven Shapira. And he brings the Magid Miduvna on Parashat Ekev. The Magid Miduvna in Parashat Ekev has a beautiful question. And he says, how come we see that all the mothers, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah, they were barren? And from the Avot, only Avraham Avinu was barren. How come? Sho'el Magid Miduvna. How come Avraham Avinu was barren till age of 86? He had no children. Till age of 86. And Sarah, we know 75 years she had to wait to have a kid. But Yitzhak and Yaakov, they were fine. That's the question of Magid Miduvna. How come all the Avot, all the Imahot, they were barren? And we have Avraham, only Avraham Avinu was barren. How come? And it says an unbelievable pshat. And let me ask you. We all know that Abraham's father was Terah. And Terah, he worshipped idols. Do we consider Terah as our grandfather also? We all know we came from Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov. Do we also go back to Terah? Is Terah our grandfather also? Do we have something to do with Terah? Lechora, it seems yes, why not? But the answer is no, Halila v'chas. We have nothing what to do with Terah. Why? Because from Terah we have Avraham Avinu. And Avraham was barren. Meaning, if Avraham Avinu was barren, Terah has no future, Terah has no branch, his tree is dead. He has no branches, he has no leaves, he has no fruits, he has nothing. Because the son that he has was Abraham, and Abraham couldn't have any children. So what happened? In order for someone to have to continue his chain, his legacy, you have to have a father, a son, a grandson, like everybody else. But if somebody, he is barren, there's no way he can bring children, meaning you, Mr. Terah, your family ended the day you had Abraham. That's it, Abraham was barren. Ma'asa Kadosh Baruch Hu. Avraham Avinu mitpalel. He's praying and he's praying and he's praying to Hashem. And at the same time, Sarah Imenu, she filled up buckets of dma'ot, Omer Hatam Sofer. Ambatya shel dma'ot, she filled with her prayers for 75 years. She was crying, Hashem, Ribono shel Olam, I want to have a child. When Avraham Avinu, he is 100 years old, then he gets a son. Meaning, any son that came from a miracle has nothing to do with the parents. Has nothing to do with the parents. If Abraham Avinu got a son when he was 100 years old, meaning this son has nothing to do with Terah. Yeled shel nes, a kid of a miracle. A kid who came after 100 years, this kid has nothing what to do with his grandfather Terah. So that's why Omer Magid Miduvna, that's why Abraham Avinu was barren. And that's why Sarah was also barren. So Yitzhak came from a pure tears, pure tefillot, and all it's a miracle. Let's continue. Yitzhak, he's fine. He has no problem. He came from the best genes from Abraham and Yitzhak. Oops. His wife Rivka, she came from Betuel. Boy, Betuel, היה רשע גדול מאוד Betuel. And her brother, Lavan, to have Rivka get pregnant right away, meaning that our grandfather, Betuel, has to do something with us. Amar Hashem, no. It's not going to happen. Let Rivka be barren for 20 years. And after 20 years, Hashem gave Rivka, Yitzhak, the son Yaakov. So now, it's beautiful. Yitzhak's genes, pure. Yaakov's genes are pure. We have nothing to do neither with Terah or Betuel. And now Yaakov Avinu, he married Rachel and Leah. Oy. Rachel's father is Lavan HaRasha. Ma osa Hashem? Verachel akara. Rachel is barren. She has no children. Also Leah was barren. But it says in Parashat Vayetze, Vayar Hashem ki senu'a Leah. Hashem saw that Yaakov Avinu did not like Leah so much. In the way the Torah describes senu'a, kind, Yaakov hated her. But has v'shalom, it means Yaakov loved Leah and Rachel. But compare to Rachel, there's a little gap. For that, the Torah calls it senu'a. However, it says, Vayiftach et Rahma. Hashem made a miracle to open her womb. Zot omeret, Sarah, her background is no good. So she had to wait 75 years, so to Abraham. So we have nothing what to do with Terah and Sarah's parents. Going down, Yitzhak and Yaakov are pure. Why? Yitzhak came from Abraham and Sarah, Yaakov came from Yitzhak and Rivka. Hadid, beautiful. Rachel and Leah, their father is Lavan. We got to cut this connection. That's why all the imahot were barren. Omer Magid Miduvna, that's why the imahot were barren. And since the imahot were barren, that's why we have nothing what to do with their parents. Meaning, a new nation started from Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, and Leah. An amazing shot, Shel Magid Miduvna. But something even deeper. Omer Ben Ish Hai, יש פסוק בפרשת בלק, כי מראש צורים אראנו, ומגבעות אשורנו, הן עם לבדד ישכון, ובגויים לא יתחשב. Meaning, כי מראש צורים אראנו. השם אומר בלעם הרשע, I see the heads, הראש של ההרים, the mountains. Who's the mountains? האבות. ומגבעות, the small hills, are the imahot. אומר בלעם הרשע, I see the avot, and I see the imahot, and I see mirosh tzurim, the head of the avot, which is Abraham, he is barren. And I see also the mothers. The question is why? The answer is, Hen'am levadad yishkon, ubagoim lo yitchashav. We are one nation who are separate from all the nations. We are considered Am Badad, who sit alone. We have nothing what to do with any nations, but we have nothing what to do with their parents. The message is, a kid who comes from a miracle has nothing what to do with the parents before. Rabbi Yisai, Mistakel Eli al Shmuel, and he says, Hayav Mita, you have to kill him. אומרת הגמרא, came Hannah וצפחה, she was screaming no. אל הנער הזה התפללתי. What does it mean, אל הנער הזה התפללתי? This son I prayed. I prayed for 19 years. I cried. Meaning, if this kid came after 19 years, if this kid came when I'm 130, meaning this has nothing but to do with Korah. He has nothing but to do with Korah. If this kid has nothing but to do with Korah, you have no permission. Please don't kill him. Bo! When Ali hears, El הנער הזה התפללתי, he tells her, you're right. את צודקת. ילד שאמא מתפללת עליו, he's a different kid. ילד, a mother that prays on a child, he is not a regular child. זה ילד אחר לגמרי. תפילה של אמא. מה זה תפילה של אמא? מה זה תפילה של אבא? We don't understand the power of parents. Our rabbis tell us, why is it כבד את אביך ואת אמך? Why is it if you respect your parents, you get the ברכה למען יאריכו ימיך, you get to live long life? Why is it? Is it סגולה? אומרים חכמינו זיכרונם לברכה, no, זה לא סגולה, it's an outcome. But when a kid respects his parents, automatically he tells him, Hashem telcha beracha, you should have health, you should have parnasa, you should have, you should see only nahat. Do you know why you were fortunate to live long? Because you respected your parents, and your parents gave you beracha, their beracha, your parents' berachot, Rabbi Yisai. When parents give berachot to the children, they get to live a long lives. It's not a segula. It's an outcome. You do A, the outcome is B. You respect your parents, the outcome is they give you barakah. Once they give you barakah, you get to live a long life. That's power of kibud avaim. מה זה אמא שמתפללת? חנה אומרת לעלי, Ali, don't kill him. Why? אל הנער הזה התפללתי. אמא שמתפללת והיא בוכה, and she cries, ריבונו של עולם, give me a child. This child is not a regular child. He's a different child. זה ילד של דמעות. זה ילד שבכיתי עליו. And don't give me a better son. And don't even give me a future son who will be better than this one. I don't want him. I don't want a son who I got from berachot. I don't want beracha. I want a son that I prayed every Erev Shabbat, B'adlakat Nerot, every Rosh Hashanah, every Kippur, every holiday, every morning I prayed. That's the child that I want. I don't want berachot. We have to know, as parents, the powerful of our prayers. We are parents. You should never look at yourself down ever in your life. You are a father. You are a mother. If you cry, pray for your children. If you have moments, you go to a brit, and all of a sudden you see tears coming out of your eyes, pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There's sha'at ratzon. You see many times people they go to a wedding, and Baruch Hashem, the kalash is 27, 28, 29, 30, whatever it is. And Baruch Hashem, as she goes down the aisle, you see people are crying. Baruch Hashem, how many years the parents were waiting to see her there. And instead of just wasting your tears, pray to Hashem, Ze'et Ratzon. I always tell parents, when you feel this moment, go to the mezuzah, pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. El hana'ar hazeh itpalalti. We have to understand the meaning. מה זה ילד שהוא גדל בזכות תפילות של אבא ואמא. And I want to share something that it's so touchy. It just, when I learned this, it just makes life so different. It makes life so meaningful. I want to go a minute to our mother Rachel. Ima Rachel, Rachel Imenu. The Torah tells us in Parashat Vayishlach, as Yaakov Avinu came back from his father-in-law Laban, and he's traveling to Eretz Israel. And he came to Eretz Israel. On the way, The Torah tells us in Parashat Vayishlach, Perek Lamedhe, Pasuk Tetzayin. Vayis'u mi Bet El. Yaakov Avinu was traveling from Bet El. And as he was traveling, as he traveled with his kids and his wife, Vateled Rachel. Rachel Imenu. She had to give birth. Vatikash Belidita. She had a hard time giving birth. Vahi ba'kshota belidita. As Rachel Imenu was giving birth, Vatomer la hamiyaledet al tiri'i. The midwife tells Rachel, al tiri'i, don't worry, ki gam ze lach ben. Vahi betzet nafsha kimeta. As she gave birth, and the Torah tells us she died. Rachel Imenu died when she gave birth to Binyamin. Kama miskena ha'ima azot. She was not lucky to raise her son. She was not lucky to raise her son. Just think about the painful. A mother, she gave birth, and she's not lucky to be in his Brit Milah. Imagine about a mother who she was bearing for so many years. For so many years she was barren. And she was not lucky to be in his bar mitzvah. Imagine the mother that she was not lucky to be in his wedding. And to see Binyamin's 10 children's Brit Milah. Imagine a mother who passed away at the age of 34 years old. Painful. But yet, there is something powerful in this pasuk. There is a powerful word over here that just gives us the meaning of what is to be a parent. It gives us a meaning, what is a parent. Vahiba kshota beledita. As she gave birth, vatomer la hamiyaledet. And the doctor tells her, Al tiri'i, don't worry. Ki gam ze lach ben. If I may say explanation that I once saw, what does it mean? Ki gam ze lach ben. There is no expiration for a mother. There is no such a thing. When you die, it's over. Never, ever, ever. Al tiri'i, don't worry. Maybe you're not with him physical here, but you're a mother up there in heaven. You're a mother up there in heaven. Ki gam ze lach ben, ugam ben shelach. and he will be your son forever. And this mother is the one and only one who Am Yisrael throughout the generations went to her grave. How many millions of tears went there? This is a mother. And that's what the doctor tells her. Ki gam ze lach ben, gam hu ben shelach. Maybe you're not going to see him physical for 70, 80 years, but you're a mother forever. Know your place in life. Know the meaning, what is to be a holy mother. Understand the meaning. Ma ze ima Yehudiya. Ma ze ima Yehudiya. What is a Jewish mother? This is the lesson from Hannah. This is our mother, Rachel Imenu. We are fortunate. We have to look back to our roots. Me'efo bata. Da mi'ain bata. Know that you came from roots of Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Ve'ima Rachel. You are daughter of Rachel Imenu, and you are the son of Rachel Imenu. Know what does a parent mean. Know what is to raise children. Don't try to run away. Face it. Pray, pray, cry. Those tears are pearls. Elud ma'ot shel osher. Elud ma'ot, that Hashem takes the tears and He keeps them in a jar, in His treasure up there in Shamayim. Fortunate is a person that got the title, I'm a father. Fortunate is the mother that she gets the title, I am a mother. The minute you are a parent, you are in a different status. Yud Ma'ot has a different meaning. Your prayers are powerful prayers. This is a mother. That's Rachel Imenu. And I want to end up with something one of the biggest images in my life, David HaMelech. It says in Sefer Shmuel, David HaMelech, they had a bad son, so bad. So bad. That the kid was running and chasing to kill his father. Not normally. Where did he hear this? The kid is there to chase and to kill his father. V'yesh milchama. And there is a war. And Avshalom, David's son, he got people betrayed his father David. He got soldiers who dropped David and they went with him. He got the top people in his army and he came to him like Ahithophel and others. And yet, even though this son is there to kill his father David for no reason, he wants the kingdom. He wants Malchut. Vele David HaMelech, he has no choice. And the war started. And he gathers his army. And as the soldiers was passing by David, Amar David HaMelech, when he sees Yoav, his commander, he sees Yoav ben Zeruiah, his commander, and he tells him, Le'at li banar. Please, when you see my son Avshalom, have pity on him, don't kill him. And then the war started. Va'ita milchama. Milchama kasha meod. And as Avshalom was riding on his mule, His hair got stuck in the bush, in the tree. And as he left, the horse, delicious.
Rings.
The what?
Rings.
The rings? What happened? Boom! The mule ran away. And he was tied to the tree and he was hanging. They went and they told Yoav, Avshalom is hanging on the tree. And Yoav, the commander, tells him, why didn't you kill him? Amuro, how can we? Halach Yoav. It says in the Navi Sefer Shmuel, מה עשה יואב? ויקח שלושה שבטים בכפו, ויתקעם בלב אבשלום. He took 3 spears, boom, and he shot on it, and he got to Avshalom's heart. And obviously, he got killed. Who is going to be the messenger to tell the father the good news? You won the war. Milchama, the war is over. You're a winner. You're back home. You're back to Yerushalayim. You're back to your position. You're back to your kingdom. It's over. The messenger comes to David. And he tells him, the king tells to the messenger, Hashalom le'na'ar Avshalom. Is Avshalom in peace? Is he okay? Vayomer, and he said to him, Yehiyu chena'ar oyeve Adoni HaMelech. Let your enemies end up like what happened to Avshalom. Meaning, your son died. כתוב בנביא, וירגז המלך, ויעל על עליית השער. David HaMelech was in pain, היה בצער גדול, and he went to his roof. ויבך, and he was crying, ויאמר, וכה אמר בלכתו, זה מה שהוא היה אומר, בני אבשלום בני, בני אבשלום, my dear son אבשלום, מי ייתן מותי אני תחתיך. I wish I died instead of you. אבשלום בני בני, my son אבשלום. אומרת הגמרא במסכת סוטה, he said over here 8 times, my son, my son. בני אבשלום. שואלת הגמרא has a question במסכת סוטה. Why did David HaMelech said 8 times, my dear son Avshalom? Why 8 times? אומרת הגמרא, 7. To bring him up from 7 midurei Gehinam. To bring him up from 7 levels of Gehinam. And the 8th one, to bring him to Gan Eden. When we say in Tahanun, Kerachem Av al Banim, Hashem terachem alenu, like the father who has pity on his children. Who is that father? That's David HaMelech. That's David HaMelech. And with this I want to say, when we had the Yom Kippur war in Eretz Israel, and people were crying and praying, it was a Rabbi Chaim Shmulevitz in Yerushalayim. He was the Rosh Yeshivat Mir. He took his students, and instead of going to places to pray, he picked to pray at the grave of Avshalom. If you all know, Avshalom's grave is in Har HaZitim, behind the Kotel. If you know the road, right there it's called Yad Avshalom. Right there he took his students to pray b'Milchemet Yom Kippur. Avshalom's grave. His students asked him, Rabbi, Avshalom's grave, there is Tanaim Amoraim, David HaMelech, Shlomo, why Avshalom? He said on a grave that a father was able to say, I forgive you, I love you, my son. To such a place I want to go to say and tell Hashem, Ribono shel Olam, Im Abba Basar Vadam Yachal Lerachem Ala Ben Shelo. If a father was able to have pity on his son. Ribono shel olam tirachem al am Yisrael. With this, my friends, know yourself. Know what it is to be a parent. Use your mouth to pray for your children. Be'ezrat Hashem Yitbarach, I want to take opportunity and pray for our children, your children, our children, my children. שבעזרת השם יתברך, שהקדוש ברוך הוא יזכה אותנו to raise our children מתוך נחת ושלווה, שנזכה לגדל בנים ובני בנים בעזרת השם אמן, שהקדוש ברוך הוא take this moment of עת רצון, וימלא כל משאלות לבכם לטובה במהרה בימינו אמן.